Hi, this is the Teaserking coming to you with week 1 in the NFL's picks for 2013. If you have any questions or comments, you can comment here or go to my site www.teaserking.com and post anything or send me an email there. Big week this week. I was in Las Vegas betting some games and looking forward to this. I did a nice 10-team teaser with some college games and some pro games. So I'm looking forward. This should be a very good week for me. I have a lock going. This is a huge lock, very strong. This is what you wait the whole season for. This could be one of my highest locks of the season going this weekend. Other games that I'm doing, let's look at the let's go to New England against Buffalo. New England's laying about 9.5, 10 maybe. Really like New England in this game. First of all, I don't like Buffalo's quarterback. E.J. Manuel showed nothing at Florida State. Why are you going to do anything in the NFL? Brady will pick apart Buffalo. I know they don't have Gronkowski and Hernandez, but they still have Brady. He's the key. New England's defense just isn't what it normally should be. Since they lost Vrabel and Bruschi and who's their lineman? Seymour. As long as, they just haven't really replaced them, and I just find they're not as strong defensively as they need to be. In the old days, this would be an easy win for New England, but the key to the NFL is coaching, quarterbacking, defense, and Buffalo's got none of them. I don't like their coach. I mean, so he did a spread offense at Syracuse. Big deal. I don't like E.J. Manuel, and I'm not crazy about their defense, so I don't know what's the big deal in Buffalo. But definitely the trends are huge for New England in this game. They have much, just all over the place. They play very well in Buffalo. They play Buffalo extremely well. They play their division foes extremely well. They play well in Buffalo, well as the favorite, well as a road favorite. So I really like New England in this game. I think this will be a good 20-30 point win here. I don't think this game will be close. The second game I'd like to talk about will be the New York Giants at Dallas. Really love the New York Giants in this game. First of all, the trends are huge for the Giants. The Giants, when they play Dallas, you take the dog. The dog's like, I want to say about 18-2 the last 10 years and like 10-0 the last 5 years. I like to look at that too. I like to look at the 10-year trend and the 5-year trend in case things are changing. Teams get better, they draft a guy, all of a sudden their trends start changing, so I like to keep an eye on it. But I do like the long-term trend, because if that's consistent with the short-term trend, then we're in really good shape. Anyway, Dallas as a home favorite is terrible. You bet against them. It's probably more than 85%. Dallas in the series with the Giants. The Giants, play them very well, very close games. Don't like Dallas's coach. I don't like Tony Romo. I can't remember, one of the linemen's out. I'm sorry, I don't remember that. I just saw it, but that didn't even matter. I just really like the Giants in this game. Victor Cruz is playing, and they're going to pound the ball down their throats, and you got to take the points with the Giants. They're very good underdogs. When you get the Giants as an underdog, especially in the division, they're very, very strong. They can beat anybody, and they play very well. So I look for this game to be. I look for the Giants to win by a field goal or so. You're getting 9.5 in the teaser. It's a very, very strong play. Another game I'd like to talk about is, let's see, who do I want to talk about? I would stay away from the Tampa Jet game. I know the Jets don't have a quarterback, but Tampa's not really the ideal team. They don't have a quarterback either. I don't like Josh Friedman, so it's a game where you might say, oh, I'll take Tampa because the Jets don't have a quarterback, and normally I'd agree with that, but If it was a better team, if it was Pittsburgh or Denver or New England or Frisco going in there, I'd be locking that game up. But in this case, with Tampa, they're too weak to really take advantage of it. So I don't think the Jets can win the game, but Tampa's just not strong enough to play as a road favorite. It's very few teams can be a road favorite and win. It's very hard in the NFL. Your 49ers with Montana could do it. The Cowboys with Emmett, and lately some of the some of the New England teams, but that's about it. It's too watered down, the league right now. The best two teams are Frisco and Seattle, and that's very hard to do. Go in as a road favorite and cover. So I would lay away from that game, even though you want to. Same thing with KC and Jacksonville. It's very hard. Kansas City sucks, so I don't know how they can be a road favorite anyway. And I know Jacksonville is terrible, but I just don't buy that they can. They're going to win as a road favorite, but Jacksonville is too weak. So these are the type of games you just stay away from, because they're so bad you just don't know what to expect from them. A game I like is Chicago against Cincinnati. I rate the game even. The Bears are laying 3. You get Cincinnati in 9. I think that's a very strong play. I like Cincinnati there. I just think the game will be close. Cincinnati's got a lot of talent. So do the Bears. Bears got a new coach. We'll be curious to watch it. It's not a strong play. It's a good play. I mean, I'm going to play it, but it's not a lock. It's just a very good system play. Cincinnati's getting 9 points. You got to love that game. Next game is Seattle goes to Carolina laying 3.5. I like Seattle in this. I think the spread should be 7. I think the spread's way too low at only 3.5. This is not like Tampa going to the Jets or Kansas City going to Jacksonville. This is the best team in the league going to a mediocre Carolina team. And they'll stop Cam Newton with their defense, and they can play man-on-man coverage. And good luck stopping Russell Wilson and all that. So this should be a 20-point win, I think. Seattle is very dominant, and again, this spread should be at least 7, and you chop it to 1. Here you still can get 2.5 free points. That's where you take advantage of the road favorite. So love Seattle in that game. Green Bay goes to Frisco. Game spreads about 4.5, 5. Yes, Frisco killed them in the playoffs, and that concerns me. They don't have. They let their cornerback go. Charles Woodson. He's no longer on Green Bay, so we'll see how that affects them. The linebacker's back. Clay Matthews. I'm sorry, it's a Saturday. Clay Matthews is healthy and back, and he'll be a difference. This is a tough game. I hate to bet against Frisco like I hate to bet against Denver at home and New England at home. It's just things you don't do. I do think Green Bay in 11 is a good play, but you play it small because it's Frisco, and you don't make a lot of money betting against the best teams. Frisco, Denver, New England, San Francisco, Seattle. You don't make your living going against them. And if you do, you better have a real good team, and it's got to be, a small bet. You don't want to really. This isn't the play to make a huge play against. You're looking to take advantage with a strong dog against a weak favorite. That's really where you make your money, but not here. In this case, it's a small Green Bay. I like plus the 11. I think it'll be 7-point game or so. Green Bay can win the game, of course. I think Eddie Lacy is really going to help them. It'll balance them up so they can't just play pass. But I do like the game. I think it'll be in the 30s, and I think it should be, a fairly close game. Green Bay could win it, but Frisco is very dominant at home, so you just be careful. But Green Bay covers a lot too, so it's a pretty even game. A little edge to Frisco, but I think you can get Green Bay in 11. You gotta take that play, but don't go crazy with it. Small. Let's see, Washington, Philly, I'm just going to watch. RG3 still hurt, and Philly has the Oregon offense, which, let's see if it works in the pros. I'm not crazy about Mike Vick. Philly was terrible against the line last year, so let's wait and see. I don't know what to do. Let's watch this game, and we'll get a feel of how good Washington and Philly are. And I would just watch this for now and just learn, get information on Philly. And the last game I want to talk about is Detroit, Minnesota. This is exactly what I'm talking about. You have a weak favorite against a strong dog in a situation where the dog always beats them. I see the line went from 5 to 6. Detroit's favored, and my first question is this: why is Detroit favored? Minnesota's the better team. I don't like Ponder, but you got Adrian Peterson, you got a great defense. I just don't understand. The Lions have no offensive line, no running attack, weak linebackers, and a weak secondary, and I'm not even sure about their defensive line besides Sue and Farley. I'm not sure of anything. I mean, their number one pick. I mean, he's never played. He's played 9 games of football. He's gonna start, and what do you expect to happen? I mean, it's insane. I know in the preseason they look better than they are, beating New England, who just turned the ball over and over and over, and the same thing Buffalo did. Again, those are against third stringers and guys that aren't very good. So when we see them against the Adrian Peterson, then let's see what's going on with the Lions. Minnesota will double team Calvin Johnson and take him out of it, and basically, Ponder will just have to pass enough to keep him honest. But Reggie Bush is not a running back. He hasn't run. He's not a threat out of the backfield. I just put a linebacker on him. But the key will be double teaming Calvin Johnson, which they'll take him out of the game, and Minnesota wins this game straight out. There's no question in my mind. That's the trend of it. The trend in the series is take the dog. It's 18-2 the last 20 games. In Detroit, Minnesota's 11-0. It's not a game the Lions win. It's not a game they win by a lot. It's a game Minnesota wins, and it's a very close. It'll be a field goal game, but Minnesota wins this game. And there's no question in my mind. And that's what you're looking for, the weak favorite against the strong dog, and that's what you have here. Minnie's a very strong dog, and Detroit's a very weak favorite. I honestly don't see Detroit winning more than 3 or 4 games this year. They don't have an offensive line or a running attack, so they can't get balanced. Their defense is suspect. A lot of new people in the secondary. They didn't draft anybody good, so where are they going to get better? So I just don't see that, and I don't buy that. So anyway, that's what I see with that. And trying to get my computer back. The last pick I would talk about is Houston, San Diego. Normally, San Diego is a huge underdog, and they tend to play very good as an underdog at home. In Houston, it's a fairly good team, so it's a game to watch. But if you play that game, I would definitely play San Diego getting the points. It's not a big game because again, you have that. Real quickly today, Michigan, Notre Dame. I like Notre Dame getting the points. I think that's the game. Yeah, but the best play today is Texas and Utah State. Texas is going to be a real good team to cover this year. They've been bad the last few years. They're senior-led. Quarterback's back, the defense is back, and they'll blow out BYU. And Utah State is my team. They'll just cover. They are well coached, should have beat Utah, and playing the Air Force. So that's my games today. Sorry, I was out of town in Vegas and doing a lot of research and getting ready for the season. So anyway, sorry I didn't have a college one out there, but those are my pro picks, and really strong teams I'm watching are Pittsburgh. How good are they? Are they still Pittsburgh? I know they've aged in their line. Baltimore, I was really surprised by that game. Denver looks good even without Von Miller. Again, I think it's Seattle, Frisco, Denver, New England. But New England's not New England. They're not that strong. But you have Brady, so they'll be good. Baltimore, I don't know. I don't like Flacco. That was a huge mistake signing him to a long-term deal. I don't think Andy Reid will do anything in Kansas City. St. Louis with Fisher is okay, but that's what I look at. So anyway, good luck this week. I hope I can make you some money with my information. Always here for you guys, and I look forward to the games this weekend. Have a great weekend, everybody. Take care.